Aldreth, take it away.
So, the last session we decided what to do after the Queen declared that there would be a war on the Dust Watchers. So we had a decision to make whether we were going to the Dust Watch straight away or to Weirdwood. So we decided to go to Weirdwood first. We were introduced to some new characters, Zibzibdar, someone called Hippos, I think his name. I've written down here. As well. We decided to go to Weirwood, so we're given a map of Weirwood, and apparently it's a big tree, like the Fairy Grove. But a lot of information was classified. I tried to send a message to Torbrun to say that we're heading that way because he's currently still MIA, but the spell doesn't go through, and the councilman doesn't know for definite if he's alive or not, because Fey Magic's cancelled the spell. We end up journeying to the Weirwood and with our new comrades. We get teleported into the Weirwood Citadel. You can see the city. Then we decide, so the tieflings that we would go a different way to make extraction when needed. And then we end up flying into the Citadel, which was fun. I get to use my flying boots. And Ariel uses the guy's back because he can shapeshift. We fly through a window, and then Zibdar changes into a form of a rat to help sneak through, because at this point we are cloaked as well. Ariel approaches the guard and does some amazing tomfoolery to basically convince him that she is a new recruit of the guards, and gets told to replace that guard's location, and then decides to open the doors and look in the prison cells because curiosity. And in one of them, we do find Torben. Then words exchanged there. I decide to have spirit guards there while we rescue Torben, just to make sure we have cover. Ariel then goes with the one of the commanders of the guards to go get the gear because she says the her recruitment officer is really bad at her job and doesn't give the gear. Somehow we believe that. And then we end up going into Ariel managed to convince us that we're going to on a envoy mission to speak to the elite or the higher ups of Weirwood. So we ended up meeting, I can't remember his name, a guy who's like the king. And then we end up trying to capture him and subdue him in combat ensues.
Okay. Anyone have anything they want to add to that?
I believe we did end up kidnapping him, and with him we jumped off the
Yeah.
balcony.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Where
and it was
Zibdar
a really
turned into
tricky
a
combat. He had three treants fighting alongside him, and yeah, it was crazy. And we just kind of jumped off the balcony, all of us, and Zivdar turned into a lunar mammoth, and then became unconscious as we fell, and that's where we stopped.
yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if outside below the balcony if that is still within the citadel or if that is outside the citadel.
You're now outside on the open courts of this city within the tree.
Okay.
The towering walls, several streets over, but you can see lining from your point of view. There are a few tall 3 or 4 story buildings, but most are 1 or 2 stories high. And of course, standing prominently in center is this palace building that you've effectively just jumped off the core tree of House Wordwood City. To set the scene and refresh you all, whirling in the distance, you can hear this 100-foot tall, billowing, spiraling firestorm that is illuminating in the night sky of the realm, which is the Fey realm. It's never truly pitch black. It's always like a hint of purple in the sky, but it is completely dwarfed as all light is being emitted by this firestorm. As it's wreaking havoc, and you can see citizens are running about throughout the streets, and there is general chaos going on. Guards and various parts of mages running, and you see, get the Aquarius mages, have a go, fire over that way. Screams coming out from the denizens. The heavy thuds of footfall as a 20-foot barbarian orc, resembling that of Zalraz, comes bellowing round the corner at the top end of the street, maybe 100, 200 feet away from you, as he seems to be in combat with something equally as sized. As he pushes back, as he falls, takes a slumber, as a long, gargantuan black dragon's head comes reeling round the corner after him. A little flicker glances, Torben, as your eyes open from the cushioned blow. There's a small, and you realize how far away this is. This is a large, silhouetted, semi-translucent, white-looking snowy owl that is running circles around you in the sky. Before you hear the sound of arrows careening in, sourceless in nature, but you see white feather-tipped arrows. As a keen observer, you would have remembered a unique trait of Whisper's quiver. You can see off in the distance something that the owl was catching attention of. As it disappears from your sight and a larger figure comes into view. Large flapping wings high up in the skyline. As a white and green dragon is descending onto the city at great pace. Sir Lothar,
Yes.
much has happened in the last few hours. You were convinced unwillingly to watch your expedition head off without you, as there was some very important information, that to which you are dwelling on at this moment. But the rush of wind, the scent of almost free fall as you are on the back of this great beast that once was Councilman Derethor, who has brought you here to aid your party at this time of need. As you are in a steep dive, holding on for dear life, please can you make a strength saving throw?
Coming right up.
With a 10, you begin to feel your grip loosen as there are no reins for you to hold on here. You have just picked a tough part of this creature's mane and held on as tight as you can as he swerves, as you watch as careening large ballista bolts come soaring up to the sky, magically enchanted as dragon form Derethor now makes his adjustments to avoid what he can. And this great voice comes over that you hear. It says, "I'm going to have to drop you soon." As with an immediate break, his wings outspread, and a gust of wind comes billowing below. You watch the citizens are flattened, wood roofs are splintered, and debris goes everywhere. As onto the large cobbled courtyard lands rather gracefully after such an abrupt stop. However, the paladin goes head over heel afterwards with that saving throw. Councilman Derethor, you would recognize in his draconic form seal, takes a look around. He gives a large bellow, and he emits this green musk all over the plains.
I was gonna heal Zivdar. I remembered that
Okay.
from last turn. I'm gonna use a high level spell slot 3 or 4. Let me just check my current lineup. Spells 3, because I only have 1 left of 4. Okay. Once, third level, so
16. Any bonus healing added on that?
21 total.
21 total. Okay.
Mhm.
He takes that, and because of what he has, he gets twice that healing.
That's
42.
cool.
Okay. Zivdar's eyes illuminate at a glance. In a moment, their white lunar energy as that fades, and you see dark purple irises looking back at you. The first time you've seen this color in his eyes.
Mhm.
And you watch as there is this look of confoundedment, this confusion before it's almost like he's replaying everything over and over before he immediately sits up and sort of rummages, attempting to look around. Before anything else happens, you hear the shockwave as Zalraz is knocked clean over. The lumbering gargantuan dragon, the black dragon, has made eye contact with Derethor. Subconsciously, a quick glance in your direction, Seal, and a nod. As his wings launch him skywards, simultaneously, the other dragon responds, and the two dragons sweep into a vertical ascent and begin a contested spiraling and breath attacks at each other, claws slashing and swinging. And I'm going to be rolling that encounter as we're playing for the rest of the encounters. I would like everybody to
God.
roll the initiative. As on this scene before you, there are various guardsmen coming up. Some shouts out, "That's the king!" As the king seems to be coming to and standing up shakedly, getting to his feet, calls out in something Sylvian, something sounds like, "Guards, guards!" He looks pretty like he's temporarily dazed and has taken a bit of a beating. The initiative rolls we have got. Ooh. Not the best, not the best, not the best. So we have got, I think Dex goes first. So we've got Torbran, Slothar, Voldreth, and Ariel. The king goes first. As you watch, as he reaches in to his royal ceremonial garments and he pulls out what looks like a green crystal stone. He crushes it in the palm of his hand. A green gas is emitted that also has a dark swirl to it as he inhales it. He begins to grow in size to that of about previously was just a stooped 6-foot tall figure. Now he's 15, 18 foot tall. His arms begin to bow out, gaining muscular as his skin goes from the pale grey into thick, bark-like, stalwart limbs as he takes on a very tree form. Phase 2 of your encounter with your boss fight begins now.
Oh my God.
As the health bar refills. Torbran, it is your turn. Start of the round. What are you doing?
Look who finally showed up. Looking over at Lothar. How close am I to this king, dude?
You are within 30, 40 feet of him.
30, 40 feet. Ooh, I don't like that.
I would say if you saw him stumbling, you could have been making headway towards him if that had been your intent. If you wish to go that direction.
Sure, it's probably the best shot I have. I will make my
Okie
way
dokie.
over to him and I will just start hacking away with. I believe I have a short sword.
You have a short sword on you, yes.
Attack roll. That's not what I wanted to do.
Is
That's
new.
damage.
That's the
That-
damage.
18.
Attack roll.
18. So you do actually have advantage on the first strike against him in this, so that's a natural 20 applied.
Okay.
Nice.
So that is 2d6 then.
Mm-hmm.
2d6 plus finesse, so that would be plus 4. Or wow, that's awful. 7 damage. Piercing.
Okay, 7 damage, which is halved because of his new resistance is gained.
I will strike again.
Actually, he already had resistance in this one.
15 for a second.
15. 15 does not hit. He has gained AC in this form.
Is he wielding a melee weapon?
He does not look like he's wielding. You see on the ground what he had previously summoned. You can see this large wooden spear and that of a vine-like sword. Those seemingly have been cast aside for his now towering tree form.
Okay. I'm gonna end my turn there.
Okie dokie. So Lothar,
I'm going to use my action to summon my horse, use half my movement to mount my horse, get within reach of everybody else, and that will be my turn.
I will say you have, with the horse's distance, you can attack the boss if you wish to engage in combat with it. I'm not looking. Theatre of the mind here. We're keeping everything free flow. So don't worry
Okay,
about
but
distances.
I used my action to cast a spell to summon the horse.
You did. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So gallivanting in, so Lothar makes his entrance on a white steed, making sure
Black.
that everybody knows this is the paladin.
Black Steel.
Black steed, golden
steed.
eyes.
Black steed, golden eyes, of course. Okay.
Nice of you to finally show up after we've softened him up.
I'm only here to take the glory, don't worry.
I'm not surprised.
Voldreth, it is your turn.
It is time to use spells. Yay! I will cast Sacred Flame.
Hang on, I need to check if that's one of the modifiers. Okay. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Well, it's a DC.
Oh, it's the DC, isn't it? It's the dex save. Right?
14. Yeah.
Okay. 14 for you,
That I know of, anyway.
plus your bonus. And he rolls. Ooh, okay. He fails. He has gained 2 new legendary resistances, but he's not going to use one here. Let's go ahead and roll damage.
It rolled
If
7.
you would like to 7. Would you like to describe the color of your sacred flame?
It will be like what you describe as a neon white.
Neon white. Voldreth, you've cast this spell a few times previously. It's almost like a Hadouken, comes out, you send it into your target. This time you feel, instead of it coming from one hand, it comes from both. As you feel the intensity of the spell is much harder for you to control than previous. As you deal twice the damage. 14 radiant damage.
Ooh.
Oh la la.
Any bonus actions?
I will summon. Oh, I did this before.
Technically, your sword will have perished because you've left the range of it because you've fallen
Yeah, I'm
Like,
going to resummon.
150 feet.
I'm resummoning. Oh, right,
Okay.
that's down. That was right. Oh, God, spiritual weapon. Come on.
Pickaxes again.
Yeah.
I think you can now only do it at level 2 because you've used a spell as well.
Yes. I
Okay.
don't have any free slots left anyway.
All right. 3 gleaming pickaxes materialize around the tree.
Oh,
I
yeah.
should say the
Yeah.
tree end. Okay.
Because it's a tree, there'll be hand axes this time.
Hand axes this time. Okay. All right. Can you attack it? No, you already did the. Oh, wait, hang on. Yes, you can make an attack with 2 of them this round. 20 hits. 24 hits.
So it's 1d8 plus 3 times 2. So 8 force on the first one. 10 on the second.
As the hand axes slam into the large growing stature of this tree, the king lets out this bellowing roar, like oak charred breath just leaves his lungs as a wisp of green and black smoke dissipates. You left your mark. Ariel, it's now your turn.
Yeah. How close am I to everything going on?
With everybody now is certainly within
Excellent.
15 feet of you, and you're all within
Okay.
30 feet of the creature.
Okay, that's good. I will first cast a spiritual weapon myself.
Mhm.
So, yeah. And roll it, of course, with the thing. Is 18 enough to hit?
18 just hits the
Oh
natural
my
armor.
gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it's 12 force damage for that.
12 force damage.
She's gonna continue with the crescent moon inspiration, but make it look a little different than it did before. Where should I put a picture of my thing in general? Art?
Go for it.
In art, yeah, there we go. So here we go. It's another moon weapon. Uh,
Very nice.
yeah. Okay, so that's her bonus action. I I I'm not sure what to do with my action. So I think I'm gonna do what Toll the Dead at the king, and just see if we can get that done. Wisdom saving throw for 16 necrotic if he fails.
DC 16 on the wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
I think listening back to it, he only made 1 successful save. And he's staying at 1 successful save on the dice roll. Go ahead. That's 16 necrotic damage.
16 necrotic damage, yeah.
16 necrotic damage. Okay. That seems to do more than you anticipated.
Ooh.
Fixing greater in this treant form, necrotic seemingly the antithesis to that of a natural life form.
Makes sense. Cool. That's my turn.
Slumbering to his feet, Zibdar Bar rises up and he unslackens a belt across his waist as his heavy waistcoat and trench coat drops, revealing 1, 2, 3, 4 massive arms. As he's going to hex because he lost consciousness, so he's going to rehex. You watch as one of the arms flickers and points. The tree glows with a black and red circular ring as the hex takes hold. The 3 remaining arms all point to him, and you watch as red blood bolts, like a machine gun, come out of each of those hands. So he makes 3 attacks. Miss. Miss. Hit. Resolve that damage. And it is not vulnerable, but it gets bonus damage because of the hex. Okay, cool. One goes over the shoulder, one goes over the other shoulder of this tree, and as it swiftly turns in your direction to the party, and one hits clean in the what would have been chest, but the main stump. Now, as it burns through with a red residue. Seemingly blood magic having less of an effect than anticipated now in this tree-like form. It's at this point you hear the thud. Thud, 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 thud. As Zalraz, no longer 20 feet tall, unfortunately, as he was knocked unconscious, comes running up his great axe with a swirl behind his head, jumps off the back as one of Zivdar's arms launches him up into the air. As you just see as this orc comes towering down with the blade, and it just lands into the thick of the tree at the top. And he's stuck there. Give it a wiggle as he just hits the 18 AC on the strike, and he deals some damage. We have the volley shots. The whistles in the air as you watch as 4 white feathered arrows, 3 land on their target, seemingly not doing as much damage as they would hoped. And in the distance, the fire storm dissipates, and a gulf vanishes. He does his thing over here. Sorry, when the DM is playing with 7 characters himself, he's got to resolve a lot of things. And the drakes attack. And that hits.
Yeah,
The
what's
drake
happening to the
attack. That one
dragons?
hits.
That's the question.
The scream up in the skies. It is hard to watch as towering. They've gone 400-500 feet into the air. As you just see breath weapon followed by breath weapon, and then tails lashing, and they are intertwined in close combat. Hard to say what's happening at this point. However, I think that's everybody acted. So start the round. Torvin, we go back to you.
I will just smack it again. Don't have much else to do this fight.
Nice and simple. I love it. Fantastic.
I had. Oh, that's a nat 1.
A natural
Oh.
one. As you swing, the sword gets caught into the branch itself as you spend the rest of your action to pull it free.
Come on, Whitestein, nerd. Get to working.
I have a question. If you're
Go for it.
attacking with finesse, shouldn't you be attacking with like dex?
He
Am I
is.
not?
You
No,
are?
I'm not.
Oh, you
I'm-
attacked with hand axe there.
+4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm using my hand axe. You're right. Doesn't matter for the
Okay.
nat 1 though.
Yeah, for that one
Doesn't
doesn't
change the
matter,
net
but
one.
it was just
Sure.
checking.
Okay, but you can be rolling with a higher modifier, right?
Yes, I could be.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Okay.
guess I can use advantages attack
Would that have
roll.
made you hit on the previous round?
You
hit on the natural 20.
15 would have been a 18.
18 would have hit. Go ahead and roll damage for that one quickly.
Uh,
Rules lawyer making it count. every bit's going to be needed here.
this is also plus
3 more.
3 then, so there will be 6 piercing damage.
Okay, reduce back down to 3. But
Yeah.
okay. Every bit counts. Not bad. Not
Alright, that's
bad.
my turn.
100 points of damage taken in that round alone. Okay. Next up, Salothar, your steed ready. Your party looking very worse for wear.
I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself and then charge into the within reach of my lance.
Okay.
So for 2 extra AC and lance attack number 1 probably misses. Lance attack number
14
2
misses.
also
25
probably
hits.
25 hits. Okay, so that is a 10 damage.
Is this a magical lance?
It is a regular lance.
Okay, 5 points of damage.
Okay, however, the smite is very much magical.
Smite is
No, it
magical.
isn't. No, it isn't.
It tickles, it burns. You watch as
Well,
the
it's
blade sort
magical.
of
I
attempt.
think it's also radiant, isn't it?
It is radiant.
Oh, extra damage. Okay, cool.
Extra
As you
damage,
watch as
yeah.
the flame on the blade itself punches through on the second swing, the bark not, however, igniting. This is dried bark, but yet brittle, and yet doesn't quite catch this time. Anything else as you trot around? And I'll say you've probably finished back in line with your party, or do you want to be separate to your party? Like, where are you wishing to reside?
I'm going to stay with the party so they can get my fancy charisma bonus.
Cool, cool.
Good decision. It was basically, am I rolling for the bonuses? That's what I wanted to know. Voldreth, the steed charges in, makes an impact. What do you do?
I will cast Guiding Bolt.
Guiding bolt. Let's go. 20 hits. Next attack on the creature has advantage.
And I will roll for. I'm going to cast it at second level, using my last second level spell slot. So that does 17 radiant.
17 radiant times 2. Okay. Guiding bolt is slightly different. As with your enhanced abilities, it's not the next attack has advantage. It's all attacks against the creature have advantage until the start of Voldreth's next turn.
Oh, spirit weapons are going to have fun.
Make those attack rolls. 25 hits, 14 misses, 19 hits to roll them. Seven points of force. And 10 points of
That's
force.
consistent.
Fantastic. 162 damage total. Let's go. Oh, wait, no. Missing 3 and 4. 169. Nice.
Oh, that'll end me 10.
All right. Ariel.
The same trick as last turn. Spiritual weapon, attack, 19 hits.
21 hits. Yeah.
21, yeah. 6 force damage.
6 force damage.
And then I'll do Toll the Dead again. Only 7 necrotic if he fails.
Wisdom save. Finally, a roll that's double digits. He saves, unfortunately. Sorry.
That's fine.
Sorry.
No problem. No problem.
All right
good.
then.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, Zivdar. He looks around and says, "How is everyone? Are we all okay?" As
Take care
he
of yourself
casts
if you
heal
can.
on himself, and he
Exactly.
heals himself for 70.
Is that double? Does he get twice from every heal?
All healing sources. I was just
There you
all
go.
healing sources. Yeah, I was wondering if it was all other sources. It's just all healing sources. Yeah. So he's 90% of the way to full health. Okie dokie.
Nice.
That's Zivdar. The orc that's just sort of like hanging slams the axe in again. You watch as it doesn't find purchase this time. The orc Zalraz slams back into the ground. More volley of arrows come this time. However, you watch as one arm just lumbers over and shields the upper face of this tree, as none of them seem to find much effect. Before, and to quote the word, a large light appears that grows rapidly in the direction of all of you. I need you all to make a dexterity saving throw for anyone who has been in melee range of him. The rest of you don't.
Which
As
saving
to
throw?
quote the
Sorry?
wizard, a dexterity saving. As to quote the wizard, your friends are nearby. I said fireball. But your party's nearby. I said fireball.
17?
We got plus 3
17.
from the aura.
Yeah,
You do get a +3.
I did. I added.
Oh, oh yeah, that would be a 24.
24 succeeds, 17 fails. Zalrez fails. Zivdar hadn't got into melee yet, so he's fine. Okay. Roll. 38 points of fire damage. However, that's doubled on the boss, so
38 half, that is 19.
19 for Torbjorn and 38 on Selothar.
Yep.
As you can see, the silhouette of Havoc coming into view as his arm outstretched in the direction of the king.
Yeah, his name really suits him.
Living to his name last.
Yeah.
The king, who was regenerating last round, now has his first action of combat.
Oh, wait. I need to roll concentration, don't I?
Oh, you do, yes. You have to beat a 19.
It's a flat, so I'll just roll a 1d. 1d. Do I add any bonuses to my concentration? I can't find it.
It's just your con saving throw.
Oh, it's just my con saving throw. Okay, here it comes. It does. Do I
Oh,
get my
wait.
bonus for it?
You get your +3. You get your +3. So 19
So it's a
meets
19.
it, beats it. So you
Okay.
you just meet it. So you hold on to your sacred sacred shield. Okay. When I was designing this boss fight, I do want it clear that I decided he needed to be lethal, he needed to be imposing, he needed to be a threat. I decided 10 attacks was too much, but I thought 6 was fine.
Okay.
As you watch, as plenty of branches now come into view and begin swinging down. 2 of them are going to land on you, Salothar,
Mm-hmm.
as you are now prone on the ground. I'm not giving him advantage and just saying thematically, I'm going to say you dismounted because you failed the saving throw from the horse.
Yep.
It's not the horse is gone, but you knocked clean off your horse with that fire blast. The first one is coming down at a 16 to hit
Misses.
and a 26 to hit.
Oh, that one hits. That one hits.
Bludgeoning damage. Okay. That's only 18 bludgeoning damage, but you
It's
gain
fine.
4 marks of nature.
It's fine. I'm only down to 4 hit points.
Oh.
4 marks of nature. Okay. Second attack on you, Salova. Sorry, he already did it. He missed. 2 attacks on you, Torbjorn.
Mm-hmm.
Natural 1, of course, because it's you. Oh, hang on. Does he use it now? He's going to use his bloodline right to instill a reroll on that dice. It's his heroic feature.
And I'm
So
going to
he's just going
impose
to straight reroll that.
I'm going to impose disadvantage on that one.
Okay, so he's re-rolling and taking disadvantage on this. That's a natural 19 followed by a natural 8.
8 misses.
Torbjorn, what's your AC?
14 at the moment.
He hits you on the second one, I'm afraid.
Oh.
But he still has a second attack after that as well. So he's going to resolve that. And that's 26 again. So 2 attacks land on you. First one is 17 bludgeoning damage, and the second one is 21 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'm down.
And you are inflicted with 8 marks of nature.
8 marks of
What
nature.
do these things, marks of nature, do?
I don't know.
If you listen back last time, you remember what happened to them.
Oh
I
shit.
believe they explode at some point, or he can make them explode based on the amount.
as Torbjorn goes unconscious. The remaining 2 attacks, as he has reach, and Zalraz is not too far from him. You watch as they come slamming down onto the orc, holds its axe up in defiance. Branches leave a crater into the floor. Both strikes land and do heavy damage. But he's raging, so he'll be okay. For now. Oh, he used his right, so that's his bonus action done. That's his attacks. Oh, end of turn. Natural rejuvenation. He heals. Wait, no, he took necrotic damage this turn, right? Or was it last turn? It was last turn. He was. I'll say he doesn't get it because he took. In the process, he took necrotic damage, so he doesn't get it. Okay, I'll deny that this turn. Anyway, moving on. I didn't say anything. Torbjorn, start of round. As the dragons are still attacking up in the sky and everything else is happening.
That's a death save.
Death saving throw for you.
Plus, do you get bonuses from the aura for that?
No, it's just 10, but 10 is what you need.
All right.
Isn't
That's one
Sir
success.
Losar also down though? Do we get bonuses at the moment?
Paladin has to be conscious, is my rule.
Yeah, of course. What's for? For what?
Points.
Oh, you're on 4 HP. Cool.
All right, I thought we should get 4 death saves with me. That's a cool trait. You get to make 4 death saves.
At this,
oh, I like that. Ooh,
at this rate, we're gonna finish this chapter tonight.
Well, we will see. We will see.
Problem solved.
You say that, but he's taken 251 points of damage in 2 rounds of combat. So
I don't know how much health he is. We'll see. We'll find out.
It's fine. He only has 1,000.
Saves his death save. Sir 4 HP.
Full action, full hit points, full lay on hands, so I can still stand and eat another one to my face. That's 40 hit points of healing.
Okay.
No, actually 38, so I want to keep 2 just in case I need to stabilize someone.
Points.
Good idea.
So that's a 42.
Okay.
And that was my action. So actually, wait. I have a bonus. I can only keep up 1 spell, right? You can't keep up multiple spells.
You can drop the second. You can drop the original one. If you count something new.
Absolutely not. Okay.
I tried, guys. To make him be explorative with his character options. 5 years. 5 years. Oh. So what are you doing? Anything?
No, that's it. Used my action. No bonus, no viable bonus action. That's it.
Okay. Full dress. You're up, my man.
I shall run over to our downed little dwarven friend and cast Cure Wounds.
Zivdar is going to shout out and just say, "Don't worry about him. You look like you're making great headway here." But this is the player's choice.
Okay, then. I will use my bonus action to cast Sanctuary on Torbjorn.
Do you want to just remind the DM what that does?
Water creature against within range against an attack until the spell ends. Any creature who targets the watered creature with an attack or harmful spell must make a Wisdom saving throw. On a fail save, they must choose a new target or lose the spell. It doesn't protect from AoE damages.
Yeah, and I assume also not from the explosion of the marks if he decides to do that. Not sure.
Probably not.
Because
it's
not targeted.
No. But it's a good thing to do if you want. I'm not going to hold you to it. It's entirely up to you.
I'm going to do that anyway.
You're going to do it? Sanctuary, Torbjorn?
Yeah. And then we shall cast a.
I would just remind the advantage on the boss is now faded.
Yeah, I'll cast Guiding Bolt again. Why not?
Guiding bolt. Here we go.
There it is. Well, that misses.
Oh,
Shoots off into the sky as you repositioned. You didn't realize the treant had also repositioned as you sort of did it over the shoulder at pace. You want to make those hatchet attacks for us? 12 misses, 20 hits, and 8 misses. Go ahead and roll 1 damage. 9. Let's go. 9. All right then. Next up, bringing us to the end of the turnaround is Ariel.
is Torbjorn healed at all?
No, he's still unconscious.
I'll do my spiritual weapon attack first. Which I think
24
is a
hits.
hit. 11 force.
11 points of force. The tree lets out a roar as he has suffered a large amount of damage. Maybe halfway there, maybe not. We'll see.
Yeah. And I'll do a 3rd level cure wounds at Torbjorn. I have to get next to him though, so movement and then cure wounds at level 3.
Zivdar looks at
I am
you.
running out of spell slots.
If you still want to do the heal, Zivdar is attempting to convey something, but if you want to go ahead with the heal, I will let you heal. It's no issue.
Well, I'm really scared of losing one of my companions, you know, so
That's fine. Go for it. So you will do that.
it's
That's not an issue.
23 heal.
23 healing into Torbjorn, you regain consciousness. And your chest feels like someone just dropped a ton of bricks on it.
What? You? Thanks.
You're welcome.
We have quite a bit to resolve here. So, Zivdar, you feel a form on your shoulder, looks down to you, Torbjorn, as one of Zivdar's many arms is outstretched. And he's like, "Do you need to pick me up?" Because he doesn't know how much healing went in.
I look over at him, still completely confused and near dead.
He's gonna he'll pump a cure wounds into you. That is 26 points of healing.
26, taking me to 49.
Nice.
But that means he can't do this. So he is going to invoke his hex. You watch as blood begins dripping from his eyes, as the other 3 arms reach out towards the tree, and you watch as he almost attempts, and it feels like he's grabbed hold of something. And his arm fights, and he pulls and yanks, and you just feel as like bark just is pulled off the front of the High King in his treant form, as you watch as the very life form begins oozing from him from these multiple parts, as he is draining his life force. He has a reduced AC of -3 for the remainder of this turn. So his AC is currently 15.
Ooh.
And there are a few other things in play, so we'll quickly wrap those up, not to hog the spotlight. Zalraz, what are you going to do? Oh, you're a barbarian. Of course, you're going to hit twice. Raging. Fine, we'll make it reckless. Why not? Okay. Bonus, great weapon mastery. Lots of damage, 49 points of damage, reduced to, what's that, 48, heart help, 48 heart, 24, thank you, 24, and second attack, halved, another 15 points damage, arrows, miss, hit, Oh, she's got Hunter's Mark. Okay, well, let's add that damage. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 10 more damage. 12, 16, 24, 31, 36, halved 18. Okay. And then Havoc, what are you going to do, buddy? How much does he want to torch the party? I don't think he's going to fireball again after what he just watched the Paladin go through.
A single target damaging spell, perhaps.
I think he's going to try something because he's a bit nervous. You watch as he pulls out. It reaches into his neck and he pulls off one of the necklaces he has, and he throws the necklace on the floor, and a gas leaves the chamber, almost like an inhaled by him, and he's going to use the stored spell Wall of Force. And it has to make a saving throw, which he fails. So he's going to use his legendary resistance to succeed that one because he does not want that.
Yeah.
You watch as a large barrier begins to erupt, almost like shaping the space around the tree ant as the tree ant just and all the branches shatter through it and dispel the spell before it completes. Meanwhile, up above, Dragon v Drag. Ooh, that's a natural 20. Ooh. One attack, two attack. Re-attack and response. Do you get your breath weapon back? Yes, you do. Does it hit? No. Does that hit? Yes. 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 Okay. Ariel, would you be looking up at this moment to see how that fight's going, or are you more focused on the immediate vicinity? You're the more aloof character, so I'm just sort of
I feel
checking.
like she might speak a bit above, especially since she really cares about the Rathal.
Okay. Darathor does not look like he's winning this duel.
Oh, damn.
Top of the round, Torbjorn.
Stubborn
The
as a dwarf
king.
is, I will just start stabbing him again. Arr!
All right, make these attacks.
A 10.
10 does not hit, I'm afraid.
Again! 19.
19 does.
10! And I will
Reduce
add
HP.
1d6 extra from subclass for 1
So because
extra.
because his life force is currently being drained, he temporarily loses any and all natural resistances or immunities. So he takes 10 damage.
11. I add 1d6
11
extra.
damage. Okie dokie.
That's my turn.
All right then. Salothar, the time is now.
Yes, well, he's going to toss, let his lance drop, draw his sword, and move in to attack. So, oh boy.
20.
Oh shit, I missed his turn.
Oh,
Red
I thought I
call.
was missing something. Sorry. No. We'll have those stand. That natural 20 will have stand. I don't think you're currently the closest thing to him. He's focused on Zalraz, but he's going to do something. Right, okay. I'll let everything stand because he's going to do something that's just an AoE around him as opposed to a targeted attack. So I need all of you to make dexterity saving throws as the boss casts Grasping Vines. Up from the roots, the cobblestone parted way, intertwining knots of tree roots come and attempt to tie all of you down. The DC
plus
is
3 on everyone.
17.
Plus 3 on everyone.
So that's a fail
Including me.
for Ariel, a success on Voldreth, a success on Torbjorn, and a success on Salothar. A fail on Zalrez, A
Uh,
fail on Zivdar. Havoc's not in range. They're okay. They're nowhere near either. Okay. Ariel,
yeah.
you are rooted. You take 6 points of nature damage,
Okay.
and you can spend an action to free yourself. Your speed is currently 0. You can spend an action to attempt to free yourself from these vines if you wish to do so. However, because you failed, you gain 4 marks of nature.
Okay.
You get a sense that these roots will continue to grasp and strike at you and deal thorny, piercing damage to you each round should you remain in them.
Okay.
Back to Sorbid swings. So does Solothar. Solothar's natural 20. Sorry to take it away from that.
Okay. So that's the weapon's magical.
Oh, and
by
the
the
boss
way. Is it
heals. The
possible-
boss heals. Need to do the heal because he didn't get any necrotic. He does the heal. Okay, cool. Magical weapon, yes.
Yes. So that's a 12. And how do I do it? Do I roll double dice or do I roll regular dice for the smite damage and just double it?
Up to you. You choose.
If you roll, if you double the damage, then it would be more damage on the first damage roll too. So like 7 extras, 19 total on the weapon attack.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
Then
since
the
I
he-
doubled,
base
he-
is doubled.
Yes.
since I
Right, it's
doubled that.
19. Yep.
Okay.
You want to just make your dice roll and then double the effect, yeah.
Let me play the.
To be consistent, yeah. That's fine.
So that's radiant.
Oh my god, 22 doubled is 44 radiant. But that's because it's a crit.
No, no, no. Oh no! Wait. 68 is so it's because
Double
Is
the-
that
it,
everything?
yes, that is the critted smite. It's a regular 3d8 otherwise. So the 22 is the crit.
So 22 is a crit, which then gets doubled because
Ah,
of
okay.
things. So 44, that's fine. Okay. Plus 44 on the plus 19. Okay.
And I'm getting another attack, which is
Yep.
probably 21.
21 hits.
Okay, and the regular smite level 2 this time. 10.
10.
Smites are not doing very well.
And 12 damage
So
from the weapon
it's
itself.
12 regular damage from the weapon and 20 from the radiant. Okay, cool.
Okay.
I will just thematically describe. We'll say the second hit comes in first, and as you turn around, the crit lands. You watch as the lance pierces in through the side of one of the branches, and this time it catches, like dried out firewood, brittly ignites, and an entire one of his branches goes up in flames and just detaches from the main torso of the tree, and heavy damage has now been sustained. The king is not happy about this, and he's going to invoke the laws of nature, and he's going to take an ignorance to the initiative order and take his next turn now.
Oof.
In response to his predicament, he looks up to the palace. He mutters something in low, dark, deep Sylvan, something about family, you hear. Forgive me. As his arms root into the ground by him, the treant itself seemingly digging itself deeper and bracing itself as you watch as leaves begin to spark out. And he begins erupting in branches with winding, dark, leafless branches, but seeded pods as they rapidly grow into short branches and they grow out into larger, dead wood. As he shakes off and splinters, casting aside the remainder of his bark skin. In doing so, he detonates all active marks of nature.
Oh my god.
You take 1d10 damage per mark on you. I would like
Oh
all
my
of you
God.
to roll your own damage, please. How many marks do you all have on you?
Okay. Why do I roll so high
so
for
look,
this?
Oh my
41
god.
damage on Torbran.
Ooh, I'm still
It's
alive.
average. I'm all for
6
How many
damage on
average.
marks did I get
Solothar.
from the dex thing? It was 2, I think, wasn't it?
Oh, from the deck save. Did you not? Did I not tell you how much? Did you fail the save?
No, I succeeded.
If you succeeded, then you didn't take anything
I don't know.
from the grasping
marks.
vines.
Okay, I have no marks.
Okay. All right. You watch as Zalraz standing. He's bellowing, his axe roaring in the air. He's low. Let's take him. 30 feet into the air. His unconscious body lands. Zivdar watches, turns. Zalraz. Zivdar is now caught between a predicament. Is anyone else full unconscious, or are you all okay?
We're okay.
Surprisingly, I'm
We're still
okay.
alive.
Sort of.
Still on,
Thorburn is
still
on
on
8
my feet.
HP. But yeah.
All right. That was his bonus action. He's now going to take 6 strikes to the nearest things around him. I'm going to say that will be Solothar, no longer Zalraz, so that will be Torbran, and I will probably say I'll make them on Zivdar because he's now stepped forward, like he's got closer into this encounter. So plus he's got reach 15 anyway, so he's probably hitting him if he wants to. So 2 attacks on Solothar. 22 to hit
Nope.
and a 19, so both miss.
Nope. Both miss.
Nice.
Torbran, 26 to hit.
It's
Disadvantage.
The advantage.
19 to hit. This is the
Hits.
second roll on that one.
Ah.
19 hits. Second attack, 17.
hits.
Okay.
No.
Do you have more than
14
8?
points of bludgeoning.
Okay, I'm down. Okay. So the
Okay.
first hit downs me.
The second attack, you lose 2 death saving throws.
1. You lose
1.
1.
Okay,
Yeah.
because it's a melee attack. He's
Yeah.
on the floor. Oh, it would just have had an advantage. Okay, so I've
Yes.
right,
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
just okay, I've skipped the things.
You can roll for
Okay.
a crit, I guess.
Well, if he has advantage, he applies twice the marks. So you now have 12 marks.
Okay.
Because
You
it would
still
be
have
4
the
plus
marks
4
even
plus
after
4.
they detonate.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
I
They
you
don't
got
go
12
away?
new.
and now he's just applied more. So
I
he's now
got
got
12
12
new ones.
more marks.
Ah, you got
Yeah.
12 new ones? Oh my god.
Yep.
That's crazy.
And Zivdar. Okay. You watch as both strikes land on Zivdar, and Zivdar's arms. You watch as it's two long like vines strap onto 2 of the lower torso arms of Zivdar, as you just hear the scream as both arms are broken as they're bent backwards against the elbow, and Zivdar unleashes this horrendous whelp of pain. Because that was a natural 20, and Zivdar now has 16 marks total.
Oh my god.
Okay. End of that interruption. Voldreth, it's now your turn.
Okay. I'm now going to cast Cure Wounds on our Torbjorn.
Okay.
I'm
That
just
seems like a
being
good
thrown
response.
around.
So the boss is
Yo.
playing.
forgot you're going on, yeah.
The
The
boss is
yo-yo
playing
dwarf.
whack a. The boss is playing whack a dwarf.
Yeah.
You get 6 healing points.
6 healing.
6 healing. Don't you have bonus passive on that? Like, isn't it a bonus 4 or something on all sources of healing?
Mm-mm.
I wrote it from things. It just. Yeah, just 1d8 plus 3. Let's see.
Okay. All right.
Unless the weapon gives me special stuff that I don't know about.
Staff does not help your healing on this case.
The sky is so pretty.
And then since he likes to go after Zibda, I will cast Sanctuary on Zibda as well.
Sanctuary on Zibda. Okay. Oh, hang on a moment.
Now,
Remind me what Sanctuary does again? Because I've forgotten to bear that in mind for the rolls.
No, I attacked, so it dropped off.
they have to roll a Wisdom save if they attack a target.
Oh,
that's
technically
blessed
he
without them
attacked
attacking first.
before I did my attack.
He had
Don't worry about
he-
it.
no.
No,
Okay, so
too
if
much
he
red
now
on it.
strikes at Zibda, he has to make a Wisdom save to get
Yeah.
the attack off. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah,
going
or
to
choose another target.
now. 24, 19. He landed anyway. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. Okay, so he has to make a Wisdom save on Zibda. That's fine.
Spiritual
Right.
weapons.
Here come the hatchets. As a fire is rapidly burning around in this vicinity. 8 misses, 14 just. Oh, it's no longer been drained, so it's back up to 18 AC. The 25 hits. 1 hits.
8
8
force.
force damage. Okay. Zivdar looks concerned at you, Ariel, as it's your turn.
I'm gonna use my turn to attack. I'm gonna do
Okay.
spiritual weapon first. 21 hits.
21 hits, 10
10
force damage.
and then the Toll the Dead, then necrotic if he fails the wisdom.
Okay, so he did fail the wisdom save. Oh, he needs that healing. Because he knows you're the source of necrotic. I'm gonna
Yeah,
say
I'm
he
gonna get
resists it. So that's his second
okay.
legendary resistance, because
Okay.
this isn't a denying of you of 20 damage. This is a denying of 20 damage
No, it's
and then a loss of like 30 to 40 healing. So like that's far more impactful, I think.
yeah,
Okay.
makes sense.
Oh no, God, he's gonna heal so much more. How many marks are active? 12, 16, that's
Yeah.
28 mark. Oh, he's gonna
I
heal
have a
so much more. Okay.
question. I have a question. I'm not sure how it interacts. So I have silvery barbs. Would it be possible to cast that even though he just succeeded without rolling?
Oh,
Because
can you
normally
silvery
it
barbs a
happens.
legendary resistance?
Exactly, that's the question.
I don't think they interact that way.
Yeah,
I
that
will
makes
Google this.
sense.
I will Google it. Silvery barb legendary resistance. I don't believe so.
I
It
don't
does
think so
not work
either.
against legendary resistances because
Yeah,
there's no
fair.
actual dice roll.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought too, but I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay, all good.
I forgot you had that spell. Although I like how you let a natural 20 go through and didn't use it though. I like that.
Look, I have very few spell slots remaining in my defense.
That's
And
fine.
yeah.
So you've attacked with your spiritual weapon and you've done Toll the Dead. Toll the Dead's a success. No, it's not. Toll the Dead is not a success. I need
It's
to
a
drop that off because he
failure because
resisted
of
it.
the necrotic damage, yeah.
Heals 20. That's fine. Okay. Anything else for your turn?
Nope. Can't do anything else with my movement.
Okay. So first we have the allied party. Zivdar, in this dire time, with a companion down, another companion on low health, the two of you bouncing around half health, the tree on fire, limb ripped from it, as the king of House Wordwood stands lumbering over you all. He's going to commit, and he transforms into his lunar boar form.
Ooh.
as he stampedes into the boss, goring it with his tusks. As this great 15-foot high, almost luminescent, slightly translucent boar stands where he was but a moment ago as he charges headlong. He has advantage in the attack. He gains a lot of things. I'm just going to stop telling you what they are because I will be here like an hour. There's a lot of damage here in his lunar form. He now has damage resistance to all sources, and his hit points are doubled from the point of cast. So he's got a lot of health, but he was quite wounded when he did it. And he's got a few other things here. And that's the one I wanted. And yep, if he attacks a target below half health, he gets to use another attack as a bonus action as well. So he gets to gore him again. Okay, cool. So you watch as this boar gets 4 attacks this round instead of the normal 2. No, it's 3. It's just a bonus attack. It's not bonus attacks. It's just bonus attack 3. Oh god, that damage is huge. It just did 75 points of damage.
Wow.
Okay. Arrows come through. Let's quickly roll those. 1, 2, 3. Torben, you just sort of come into your senses and you see up on one of the battlements, you can just see the silhouette of Whisper, who is there just unloading a quiver after quiver shot after quiver shot. You finally saucer from this, and you can just see resting on the battlements next to the large silhouetted owl you saw earlier. Havoc is going to run through, and he is going to twin spell something, and you watch as a dancing fire dragon erupts from his hands. 2 of them come careening, spiraling into the boss and envelop it in a wall of fire. A new wall of fire erupts exactly where the boss is. That's a lot of damage. He has to make the dex saving throw, and he's used his legendary resistance, so he fails that one.
Ah.
That's a lot of damage.
That's 56 points of fire damage doubled. So that's 102 fire damage he
Whoa.
takes. Zaraz is on. Ooh, Zaraz is death saving throw. Okay. And the dragons. Sorry.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay. You watch up in the sky as Drathror, who was previously free falling on his back, seems to have got one over this black night fiend, and they've pivoted. He's now on top. However, Varish is going to make himself known. As you guys watch, as stumbling out of one of the houses is Varish, cut, bleeding, profuse wounds all over. As you can see, as he's got his heavy rucksack on, as he pulls out a cacophony of vials, drinks one, throws another on the ground, inhales these fumes, and then runs over to the party. And as a bonus action, he's going to give to anyone. I'm going to say Voldreth, you. I don't think you're in range, so he's going to give all of you a mighty healing potion, which is 8d8 healing.
Everyone.
Yes, the 3 of you. So
we
not
just roll
Voldreth,
8d8?
basically.
88,
You can't pop it this turn. Yeah, 8d8.
Okay.
You can't use it this turn. He's handing it you.
Ah, okay.
Oh no, sorry, you can't use it on his turn. He's handing it you basically because he drunk one himself. That's why he can't do it. You can see off in the distance there is the half-orc female Dulagra, who you just look over, and there is a pile of corpses of guardsmen off in the distance as she is slowly making her way into the scene, fighting off more and more of the what you recognize as Royal Cloaks Guard, who seemingly have come out of the palace in search of the king. And one of the figures that you see that she's currently dueling is none other than the individual you polymorphed into previously, the captain of the guard.
Mhm.
Zivdar, in his boar form, simply says before we get to the top of this round, this needs to end now. Torbran, it is your turn.
Is it not the boss's turn first? Or we get it mixed up again?
Say again, sorry, what was that?
Is it not the boss's turn first?
No, he jumped order with his thing. He
Right,
doesn't get an extra act. He just jumped his
I
ordering,
see. Okay.
which is why I got confused earlier because I had a few things I was
Yeah.
juggling. Yep,
I will drink that mighty healing potion. Is that an action or a bonus action?
that is an. But I've ruled it as a bonus action in this campaign.
31 healing.
31 healing. As
Alright.
Varys says, it's good for your health.
I'm gonna be so drunk tonight. Alright, let's cut a tree down. Stabby, stabby. 23 to hit.
Go ahead and roll that hits.
10, I will add 1d6. So 15 piercing. And I will do it again.
15 piercing,
Mhm.
reduced down to 7.
19 to hit.
19 hits.
Another 4 after resistances.
The gargantuan treant form of the High King, ablaze with the wall of fire erupting behind him, gored by this mighty lunar boar. A paladin on his steed, remounted, running around and stabbing it from the side, arrows peppering the entire back and front of this creature. And dozens of little hatchets swinging around at him, leaving their marks. And one dwarf at his feet, swinging with all his might. Torbran, how would you like to do this?
Ooh.
Yay!
Does he have some sort of heart or core?
I would like to know 650 points of damage was dealt this combat.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Does he have some sort
What
of
was your
heart or
question,
core?
sorry? Not that you will comfortably reach, but I will say as you slash and then he stumbles forward, exposing something that you realize, I don't know what that is, but I must destroy it. As you stab it straight through the birch, the bark having been ripped off before, it's soft wood underneath, and you drill the sword home hard.
I will jump through the wall of fire and stab him through that core looking bit.
Thematically, or you actually jump through it? Because
I
you'll need
will
to make a
actually
dex
jump
saving
through
throw.
it.
I'm dead.
Last ditch effort.
Dex saving throw, please.
I will take the damage. I don't care.
DC's
No.
18.
DC's what dex save?
Yep,
Yeah.
DC's 18. I'll give you Solothar because he's close
Easy.
by.
Easy.
The
20.
dwarf
23.
on fire, the cloak shaking it all off. You don't take full damage,
Give me half damage.
but it's half of 56 damage.
I can take
28.
that. 28.
28 points of damage as a
that takes
burning
me down to
Torbran
9.
strikes true. As you strike true, the king of House Wordwood reverts to his human form in but an instant as he lies unconscious before you. What does the party do? End of combat.
Sir Lothar is going to remember that this was supposed to be at the end a diplomatic mission. So, Ariel, can you see to our orcish friend, and he's going to pull out a length of rope.
I need
and
to make a death saving throw quickly on that.
You
two
make a
fails.
this. Oh my god! I will run over to the wounded one first because obviously healing is my priority.
Zara.
But beyond that, I
I'll-
will also Zara's, yeah, and then I'll the next turn I would cast Spare the Dying on the king and try to escape with him somehow.
I'll run it.
That's my plan.
Well, Ariel's healing and cast Spare the Dying.
Cast
Yeah,
Spare the
there you go.
Dying. Okay.
Perfect.
So whilst you're casting that spell, Spare the Dying, his unconscious form is stabilized as the healing comes through.
Mhm.
I will say for
So
the time
roll-
being, so long as you have the spell slot, don't worry about doing the rolls just in the expedition of time here. So
Okay.
the
So
scenario.
Lothar's gonna tie him up, just in case.
Okay. Still in his mighty boar form, Zivdar looks as you watch as he gives this echoing grunt. You immediately watch as Delugar turns around, seeing this. Havoc is already running towards you. Disappearance of Whisper from her silhouette on the mantelpiece as everybody is gathering, as Varish immediately throws off his cloak and is casting a wide circle around you. The beginnings of a teleportation cast. You have 1 minute to hold out for
Oh my god.
as everybody is attempting to make their way into the circle in time. The Royal Guards hot on your heels. Does anyone have any particular actions they want to take? Because you have about 5 free turns here before we're going to roll to see what happens after that. Basically, 30 seconds to yourselves.
I'm gonna
Okay.
move the spiritual weapons to just attack guards running close to the circle.
I
Okay.
can do that with mine.
I'm
So
going
we
to
have
drink the
4.
potion. I'm gonna drink the
I'm gonna
potion
drink
I
the
just got.
potion too.
Okay. Drink those potions. For the players, please do carry on with the rolls. The NPCs will be relevant if I need to track them any further.
Okay, I'm back at
33
full.
points of healing.
Me too.
Great stuff.
And once the guy's tied up, I'm gonna put him on my horse.
Just roll damage for me on the spiritual weapons. Don't
Okay.
worry about the attack rolls. Thematically here, you guys have just slain like one of the strongest things in this area. Well, the second strongest thing in this area. I need to actually resolve something. All right then.
I'm gonna say Torben actually just falls unconscious after landing that final blow. Exhausted
Very well.
and drugged up to keep standing for 4 times.
All right, you're going to
He's just
heal
spent.
for 16 points as a healing potion is shoved down your throat. Then before Varish starts the circle, so he'll bring you back to consciousness. You can stay there like laying
I mean,
on your back.
I
but
have
he's-
health. I'm just thematically just.
Oh right, okay. Sorry.
I'm just
Okay,
gonna
sorry.
go down. I'm just
It's like
spent. I'm just spent.
taking a moment. Okay,
You
taking a moment.
You won't stay down for long because the first thing Lothar does is going to go up and grab you by the shoulder and go, "Oh no, you don't! Back up! We're not done yet."
Stand firm.
With very sleepy eyes, I look Lothar, Lothar, and I just say, "That's how you do it."
You watch as she descends, Whisper, whilst gliding down the wall, unleashes a volley as you watch as she's taken the rest of her quiver, and you see as she's magically aligning them and just fires like 20 arrows as they all pepper the remaining guards that are chasing after Dale Lugar, approaching towards you. She's now out of arrows. Havoc runs through. You watch as a large wave comes out of one of the nearby wells and just splashes and creates a huge surge in the same direction. The party is attempting to buy time as you are gathering here. Is there anything else people want to do?
I'm going to take defensive positions, or as close as I can to everybody else, and get ready to repel anyone who doesn't belong in the circle.
Okay.
How are you on spell slots, Voldred?
Tapped.
Out completely?
Yep. Yep.
Oh my god. Shit.
I'm just gonna grab the king's robes and just hold them.
I've just been a meat
They're
shield
very
this fight.
soft and silky, but covered in blood. As underneath, you can see the heavy chainmail that he's also wearing. His too is tarnished with a dark greyish red. Okay, arrows begin careening in, bouncing off your shield, Salothar, and landing into Zibdar, who's standing and using his body as a shield for some of this. As Delagar lands feet first into the circle and says, "Took your time." Actually, why she's Scottish. Took your time. As
Better late
Whisper
than never.
puts a hand on Havoc's shoulder, the two of them lean their heads in and their foreheads kiss before they look back around at the rest of the party. Is everyone here? Everyone make it?
I'm really worried about the green dragon up there. What's
And
happening
as you
with
say
him
that,
when I'm watching that?
a mighty roar, which is countered by another roar of the two beasts up in the sky, intertwined. As you can see now in this moment, it feels like it's beginning to rain, but it's not rain that's landing around you. There are dark mats of black ichor and red blood descending on a very specific part all around you. As the blood of both of these injured beasts is spreading and landing, the dark ichor sizzling on the cobalts. I'm not even going to say make a dex save, but I am going to say everybody in the party takes 2 damage residual from getting hit every now and again by this.
Mhm.
You might want to call your friend down here.
As you look up, the two of them are locked in a death-like spiral, careening straight towards you. 2 very large dragons rapidly approaching.
It
Varish
is
says, 6 more seconds.
uh,
Your last actions before this ring completes.
Okay, defensive position, defensive stance for Lothar.
I have a shield, right? Do I? I think I do. Yeah, I do. So can I try to hold the shield against the caster who's getting us out of here?
Have it.
Basically, just
Varish, yep.
yeah, to shield him from the rain of blood.
Mm-hmm. Very well. As you look up, you can see there's no longer 2 dragons. There is a large ancient black dragon descending before you, its jaws open wide, and just below that is a rapidly falling, motionless body of Councilman Derathor.
Can I position myself to catch it?
I'll give you advantage as one of the other NPCs looks up and sees this, Zaraz. I'd like you to make a athletics or acrobatics roll with advantage
Okay.
to try and
Okay.
stay in
Coming
position,
right
because
up.
you can't go too far, because you don't want to step outside the circle.
Where is my athletics? Here's my athletics with advantage. 19.
That was a
That is
natural one,
advantage.
and it's 19.
I thought it was an advantage.
With a 19, a lot of things happen in rapid succession here. As white lunar lines erupt, the spell completes, and it begins to take hold. As all of you feel that all too familiar disorientation of displacement and teleportation kicking in. As both Zalraz and Salothar reach up and catch. I say catch. You collide with an unconscious body at great haste, landing into your arms and flattening the both of you as this spell completes. But something unexpected happens. The spell whirls and shudders and flashes and flickers, and the world that previously outside has always become distorted, unfocusable, as a familiar-looking hall appears into life. The Hall of the Fairy Queen. The courtroom you found yourselves in but hours ago that you had left. The first thing all of you feel is the immense pain. Bludgeoning damage. 40 bludgeoning damage on everybody.
Whoa.
All of you are prone. And as you all recover from this concussion, cries erupt around the room as you realize this is a packed room full of all the denizens and all of the families and tribes that voted for the war. This war gathering is still underway, and the army's mustering and all of the planning is still underway, and you've just teleported back into this room. Not alone, but with not only the king of House Wordwood at the instruction of the Fairy Queen, but with a good 20 feet of black dragon neck and head pressing on all of you.
Oh my god.
Oh.
He rolled a natural 20 on his teleportation. If you rolled lower than a 15, you didn't end up at your destination. And if you rolled lower than a 10, he got the whole dragon with you and you arrived at an unknown destination.
Oh my god.
Natural 20 kind of saves the day on that one. So the screams are silenced as immediately a green fire erupts around the room as a very recognizable dragon materializes in the loft of this, swoops down and claws grab onto the neck before almost the immediate realization that this is no threat as it's slowly pushed to the side of the room with a great thud as people quickly spread to get out the way. The gargantuan mother of this brood stands proud before flying up to her roost and resting and vanishing from sight once again. A silence falls as the Fairy Queen stumbles up. More gasps break that silence as the unconscious body of the King of House Wordwood is recognized. Party has the floor, so they say.
Literally, Torben is
First-
lying unconscious on the floor with puke in his mouth.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so one more heal to Torbran then. Before I will address I hope nobody else has fallen unconscious though, have they?
I am going to immediately pump
Zalraz
my
is
last.
once again unconscious.
How much damage did
Okay,
you
more
take from
healing
that
there.
teleport?
I'm gonna use two more spell slots, I guess.
Since I'm already holding the councilman, I'm going to pump my last lay on hands into the councilman to make sure he doesn't
There
die
you
to
go. Yeah.
anything.
So unfortunately, there was no spare the dying on the councilman.
Yeah, but he fell within less than 3 rounds. It was like really fast. He was
It's really
falling.
fast.
They
Everything
caught
has
him.
happened really fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not your
So
count. Sorry, I said the wrong word there. My apologies.
yeah, okay.
The king. The king.
Ah,
Okay.
the king has spare the dying on him.
Who cast spare the
It
dying on
was
him?
I cast it.
it was
I did
Voldred.
it.
Yeah.
I thought you did it on Zalraz.
No,
No,
I
he
did on
did
the
it on
king.
the king. And I went to
Never
heal
mind.
Zalraz.
That's fine.
That's how it
That's
went.
fine. I thought you did
Yeah.
both on the same guy. That's fine. King is fine because I just rolled 3 death saves and he lost them, so that's why I. Well, it was 2 death saves and then he just took a dragon to the face, so or dragon face to the face. So, but that's fine. It was spare the dying. It's not applicable. demonstrating
I
the
think he
importance
needs
of such a
paradigm
spell.
again, though. Just saying.
Uh,
So let's just make sure.
Well,
Like, let's
for the
cast all
scene,
the
it has
spells.
cleared out. It was
Yeah.
about to change the scene quite drastically, but now I
Yeah.
understand what's happened. So, Councilman Derethor, cost to life. Zalrez
I'm gonna
sits back up
begin
again
casting Channel Divinity, Preserve Life.
on
Everyone.
on.
I think it's an
On pretty
AoE.
much is AoE, yeah. So 5 times my cleric level should
Yeah.
be 20.
Choose any creature within 30 feet of you and divide the hit points amongst the people you choose, or the targets you choose.
So anyone that's down or badly injured. So I don't know how many that is.
The whole party, I mean, there's one person here over 50% HP of the combined troop. So I will say I'm not expecting, I anticipate that you guys will likely get a long rest between now and the next thing. So the healing thematically makes sense.
Yeah.
And you regain enough vigor to convey and communicate in this scene because of that spell, we shall say. But I don't want you guys to worry about the maths of tracking it, if that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Cool.
All right. So revitalized by the glow that emits from Voldrith in this moment, all of you sort of, your muscles relax, the tension and adrenaline beginning to fade. The pain setting in is immediately offset by this healing from Voldrith. The chamber stirs with silence.
Um.
I'm going to look at Ariel.
Um. My queen, I'm sorry for the interruption. We went to House Wardwood, and I suppose we brought back the king. He's alive, just unconscious because he did not want to come willingly.
Sivdar has returned to his human form and says, "You could say that again."
Yeah. I hope you'll have many things to discuss when he regains his composure. And I hope he would not dare attack you here.
There is just a glance from her eyes at the head of that beast over to the side of the wall where it rests.
That's what Darathal was fighting.
The queen, in her very soft voice, chooses to speak instead of speaking in your head. As she simply addresses the room and says, "The representative of House Wordwood has returned to the chamber. He will be respected with all our hospitalities, even in this time of war." Please call forth the physicians and take him to a secured room, and have the heraldry watch over him. And when he is ready, he shall be summoned forth back to this chamber. All those in favor? There is just silence, but there's not a hand that doesn't raise in this room. Apart from all of you. The doors open. The two centaur that you're very familiar with come through and help the king to his feet, though he's unconscious. They basically carry him off.
Mm-hmm.
And a few little pixies come flying in as you watch as they begin casting various magics on the head of this dragon. Lots of prestidigitation immediately goes around the room to clean up the awful stench that you all reek of, the blood and ichor that is everywhere. And the awkward silence is broken by Havoc, who says, "Well, that took quite a rodeo, but we made it. Mother would be proud."
Aw.
But that was just the start, wasn't it, Zibda? Zibda nods and looks to the Queen and says, "Your Highness, I believe we might be in need of a little bit of a rest before tending to the more immediate predicament." She turns and looks to all of you and says, "This council is finalizing the plans. Tomorrow we march on the Duskwatcher's stronghold of Ilthiln." I will write that in the chat. It's not a barcode, but it looks funny.
Ilthilin. Lilin?
Ilthilin. Ilthilin. It was
Ilthilin.
the stronghold of the Dustwatchers. You would know this,
Nice.
Ariel.
Nice, yeah.
She says, "Tomorrow we march. Our armies will be brought to bear. The beast will be tamed or slain, and the Dustwatchers brought to heel. We aim to make this Dusk Dawn war as brief as possible."
Mhm.
And a voice in your head now of the Fairy Queen says, "My child, without wishing to be rude, but you did sort of gate crash a rather important part. Do you perhaps mind seeing
I'm not
our
not at
guests
all.
out?"
I'm gonna we're all gonna go now. Everyone, let's go rest, retire, leave the council to its business, please.
You don't need to tell me twice, Ariel.
And she's already making her way to somewhere else where everyone can rest.
Valdreth, the Fairy Queen, speaks in your mind. She says, "Mind leaving your special thing by the side of my throne and return late this evening. Then we will talk."
I glance over at Ariel.
She does not hear this.
Meh.
I want to insight it.
Go ahead, make an insight roll. 18. The Fairy Queen moves in mysterious ways. Her calm, soothing words have only but felt positive, invigorating, and healing properties. You do not detect any malice or deceit in her tone or inflection, or their lack of. With an
I'll
18.
prock it up against the side of the throne and just bow.
Okay. There's a few curious looks as no words have been said, as you've just deposited part of a broken staff at the side of the throne. Everybody looking to the Fairy Queen, but if the Fairy Queen doesn't show any concern, nor do they. As Voldreth catches up to you awkwardly as a quick dwarf bustling after the main group leaving the room, the doors close. But Voldreth, you get a very quick glance, just in this short space of time. That's the cat to the cam. Oh god, it's cat cam time.
Aww.
Okay. They both look like, why am I being held hostage?
Because you
as
voluntarily
the
walked up my
pixies
desk.
as the pixies complete their spell, and Voldrith, you just watch as this dragon head, this 20-foot of bone and flesh and scale and horn and tongue and teeth, shrinks to the size of one of them, but 2 feet in height tall, before it is levitated and escorted out of the room behind you before the doors close.
Oh, that's
The
a shame.
pixies
The
disappear
dragon could have made
quickly.
a good meal.
I'm guessing the
Councilman
negotiation.
Darathor stirs awkwardly. Says, I owe you all my life. I will never forget it.
Oh,
But I
Sang,
must take to my bed right now, if that's okay.
Please do,
As
boss.
he leans on Zibdar's, one of Zibdar's many arms, though, as you watch as Zibdar's normal form resumes, the 2 arms fold back into the sides and dissipate. As Zibdar helps him back to his chambers. Leaving you with the party, the Lunar children. Havoc says, well, it was quite interesting getting to work with you. As a bolshy slap on your shoulder, Zalraz slaps you and says, I told you I nearly had him on my own. I could have taken him. You get slapped on the back of the head by Delagar. I was watching you. You were out cold at least twice. As they all party up and make their way toward, where's the nearest boozer anyway? What does the party do?
Thorburn just
so I'm guessing the
ignores everything and
negotiations.
just keeps stumbling straight, hoping to find a bed somewhere.
I'll guide Thorbrand to the nearest empty bed
The nearest
where he
spare
can
room
take,
staying with you,
the
yeah.
nearest guest room that we have.
Sure thing. So
Yeah.
Lothar, you were saying?
I'm guessing the negotiations didn't really go as planned, did they?
No. But it was really hard to make a good sell when we were basically tricking them and infiltrating their home. You know.
Wouldn't be the first time messengers infiltrate.
Yeah, but they weren't very willing to communicate. Then I think they felt very confident in their defenses as well. I'm hoping that now that he is here, he'll be able to cooperate.
And in the end, war with the Dusk Watchers isn't really avoidable, is it?
Seems so.
I need a bath. So just point me somewhere where I can find warm water.
Sure, sure.
We shall say, in summary, Sir Lothar finds a well-rested, elven handcrafted, wonderfully Art Deco, ginormous bathtub with hot, translucent rainwater that is warmed to the perfect temperature by one of the many spellcasters on hand. Get it to just 38 degrees, no hotter, just exactly 38 degrees.
He's going
You
to ask for
bathe,
wine as well.
and some red fruit wine is brought before you. Anything that you ask of a reasonable request is adhered to this evening. And Torburn, what do you request of your hosts?
Oh, nothing.
And
I
what do you
just I
do?
just see the bed and I just walk straight onto it and fall down unconsciously. I have to make up for 3
In
long
his-
rests.
In his tattered armors,
I don't have armor. I'm in a shirt.
in his tattered clothes, still clinging to his body, wounds and clotted blood and dried disgust clinging to his very essence,
Oh wow.
slams onto the bed. The dirtiest occupant this wonderful ancient bed, hand woven out of the tree itself, has ever endured. Voldreth. We'll come to you in a moment as I remember what happened. Ariel.
Yeah.
As you open your doors to your chambers, you close them, and you can finally sigh. A big sigh of relief as a lot of tension finally leaves your body this day.
Mm-hmm.
As you go over to your dresser and your small mirror on the wall, as you look into it with a little bit of a smile, then you realize something. Your reflection does not smile back at you. As you scowl in confusion and tilt your head, the image doesn't move as such. And instead it says, "Very good, my child. Very good. Most impressive, taking down the king of House Wordwood. Perhaps we may change fate yet evermore." As Mary's face morphs into the mirror before you. And as you see her background shifts from your room to her house, you see the potions and concoctions on the wall, a cauldron brewing in the background. You do need to make a perception roll for me to see if there's anything else you pick up in here.
Perception.
And a
Highly
1.
doubtful.
Very good, very good. The
Nope,
table is
nothing.
made, and I will say for now, the table is made, and you can see there are 2 dining sets, but you do not see a second.
Mm-hmm.
A 1. A 1. What a shame.
Yeah.
As the mirror flickers and vanishes, your reflection greets you with a furrowed brow and confused look.
I tire of her contacting me like this. Because there must be some way to avoid it. I'm going to talk to Darethor in the morning.
Voldreth. Later that night, partway through resting, you stir awake on your bed as you realize the staff, the queen. You're not quite sure how long it's been. What do you do?
I'll run there.
You cast aside your book of hindsight and reflections and make your way quickly to the Queen's chambers. You knock proudly on the door, and the door opens. The chamber is low lit in compared to its previous states. Empty. Adorned on the great throne above it, a large, beautiful engraving of a butterfly into the wood. What do you do as you step into the room?
Walk towards the throne.
As the door closes behind you, the throne there that you've seen the Fairy Queen sort of rest, sort of perch, sort of hover above, lies vacant. The staff resting exactly where you placed it. Or I should say, the piece of the staff. Though lying next to it, there is a large, similar looking piece that resembles that of a handle lying next to it.
I'll pick them both up.
You can see there has previously been sharp, crude breakage points on your piece you're very familiar with. And on this handle, a perfect invert of that damage as the two look like they would perfectly slide together. You can make an investigation check if you want to look further.
Nah, like a child with Lego, he's just gonna try and put them together.
I need you to make an Arcana roll for me, please.
Well,
5. You don't know what hits you, but your mind pulls your subconscious back from your present state. There's a huge wave of energy releases as you jam the pieces together. I'm going to call the 10-minute break now, and we will return and pick up after that. Okie dokie. Do you want to stop the recording? You can stitch the recordings together, right?
Yes, I can.
Stop the recording while we
stop it
resume it again.
right now.
Captain T.
We live. Let's go. But
All
before
right.
you begin, before I forget, I'm getting sanity to 10. I'm going up to 10. Wasn't that some sort of breakpoint?
Are you at 10 or are you over 10 now?
I just hit 10.
You just hit 10. Well, I think that's a good point to dive into. Can anyone remember where I posted the thing where I said what happens at 10 sanity?
Did you post it? I think you just told us.
Yeah, I did, but where did I put it? Right, there we go.
Yeah.
So first breakpoint of sanity at 10. Upon hitting 10 sanity, you gain the trait testing your focus. As the shadows grow in the corner of your vision, you begin to feel more focused on your desired goals and are eager to get into the thicker things before the darkness advances, sometimes cutting corners. The player can choose to add 2 score to your proficiency bonus or initiative score. However, the player must also choose a stat to take a -1 to. So are you adding proficiency or are you adding initiative?
I'm adding proficiency.
Okay, and which stat do you take your -1 to?
We'll go charisma. It's fitting for becoming more
Charisma.
insane.
Becoming more stoic, I see. Okay. Very well, very well. So what's your new charisma score then?
7, -2 modifier.
A 7. Okay. The man who you want negotiating your treaties is
The guy pointing the gun in your
not
face.
Torbrun. Fantastic.
Look,
So
I'm always saying your wife looks like a horse, and if you don't sign this trade deal, she's gonna look like a pig as well.
Joke's on you, my wife already looks like a pig.
oh damn. So with the power of editing, where we left off just but a moment ago, Voldreth, you feel in an out-of-body experience. A battlefield rages below you as you find yourself hundreds of feet above the ground, floating in space. Over a mountain range, you can see gateways of fire, of darkness, a flying skyship, and it flies almost parallel to you off in the distance. A great gargantuan titan-winged demon with wings clambering onto the side of it, ripping it to pieces, the sails falling, the barge slamming down hundreds of feet below into the surface as it crashes. Parts of this barge you realize are like towering cathedrals. This is no winged skyship. This is it's almost like a whole college on top of a skyship. And as the winged beast jumps off, you can see a cacophony of silver and metallic dragons swoop down and lay siege onto it. Neath and around all of that, you can see hordes of demons pouring into planes Others, devils running rampant, soaring throughout the skies below you. As dwarves, men, elves, some on ships, some on foot, some with ballistas hurling fire and flame and spells and arcane energies below you. A war of a long-forgotten battle in the annals of history wages. And something catches your eye, a glow, a radiant circle, a light. As you look and you think and you find yourself pulled closer towards it as you stand about 30 feet over it. A ring of 7 hooded figures, one with his hood not bearing your vision. You see a horned tiefling red, one you would recognize from that chamber you spent such brief little time in. As he holds this staff aloft, mid-chant, in the center of this ring of 6 other mages, all chanting words. What languages do you speak?
Common, Draconic, Abyssal, and Dwarvish.
There is no common, and there is no dwarven. You hear a phrase in Draconic, and so bound the great ones, the demons, that realm hop at will, back to the hells and forges and fires, whence they dwell, and forevermore they shall. Then it changes to Abyssal. The great chaos demons, the vortex that hells dare not travel to. Beings of ill soul and ambience and void-like entities, you too be banished to your realm ere the lest of time ne'er ending. Your master to reunite you will dwell there evermore. It now changes to something, and this chant continues in tongues that you do not quite understand. You recognize this lighted beacon that this individual is holding. A residium handle and tall staff. But this wonderfully crafted, ornate, gold filigreed, 3 foot wide, with a large circle ring on top. This almost pillar-like top and case of this staff seems to be a huge conduit for whatever spell is being cast right now. As the battles wage on, you turn and you hear a familiar voice as it says, Amnon, now! As you look, the silhouette of a gallivanting hero on a flying dragon, celestial in nature, his own wings protruding in a great golden set of golden armor. The last seneschal rides proud as he leads the next wave of his kin into battle. The spell completes. Your mind and vision is whited. And a voice comes into your head, followed by another and another and another. Freedom, 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 free us. All these voices. Before the Fairy Queen's voice. I thought you'd forgotten. As you come to, you're standing where the staff, both parts joined in your hands. As you come to, you look up, sat hovering above the throne, shaking off a little bit of the wooden calligraphy as she reverts from her butterfly slumbering form into her very fair fey form. As she glides down and sits on the throne, the Fairy Queen whispers into your mind.
Well, I mean, I did need a bit of a rest. I mean, you see what we did.
I saw the aftermath. It was most disgusting and impressive.
I don't think
I
I've
am
ever
of
moved so fast in my life.
I hope you will be well rested this evening, and your wounds tended to, I trust.
Oh, I regenerate. Don't worry about it. That's a magic thing. Still learning it. Don't worry.
The fragment was entrusted to me. Well, no. It was entrusted to my station. Whoever rules resides over its tenure. That has been written into law as a safeguard. It came on my watch, yes, though I suspect my watch of this fragment has now ended. I must ask you an honest question. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. Her DC is 25, but 23 is pretty good. As Zone of Truth is cast upon you. And she says, what is your intent upon reforging the staff of the banishment?
Stop my home from being destroyed. And to
You
save
intend
the world.
to turn back time?
We got told to stop the ruination.
The ruination has happened and will happen as a point in time, irrefutable and irreversible.
You tell that to the Council of Seven. I mean, no.
I know of this council. I have a member on it. Fear not.
They told me to get the stuff.
For what purpose were you chosen?
Oh, that beats me.
A genuine player response?
Yep.
Okay. That's all I can ask for a Zone of Truth. Okay. With each of these questions, before she asks you the third and final one, you feel there is a piercing insight into your soul that's occurring simultaneously with this spell. Like she's fishing for something. Forgive my invasiveness, but you hold shadows. You hold secrets. You are not so pure, but will you fall to temptation? That's her last question.
Nah, temptation, not for me.
The zone shatters, and you just see fragments of dust descend and fall around you as it does so. Forgive me. It was my charge until I found a worthy person to bestow it onto.
Why, you don't have to be sorry, Your Majesty. After all, from what I know this can do, why, it's best not being in the wrong hands.
What you hold is there 2 of 3 fragments of an artifact that was deemed so powerful, existence itself could be unraveled. I hope you bear the weight of the burden well.
Yeah, I just need to find the last one. It's anything like what I just saw. It's a pillar.
I too have seen the vision when it was first granted to me. I suspect lands far to the north on your material plane. I believe in... Oh, I'm not up to date with the current naming conventions. No, it was befitting. I believe your missing piece lies somewhere in the Fallen Lands.
Well, it doesn't sound scary now, does it?
As she eyes you up and down, her little wings flutter, and a smile comes across her face, and the seriousness passes as you start to feel a warmer glow as the chamber begins to awaken into a more luminescent state. Please, ensure you rest well. Your strength will be much needed tomorrow. Do you have any
Oh,
further questions?
no, Your Majesty. Thank you for your time. Good night. And I bow.
One last thing, Master Journeyman.
I look intently.
Restoring a forgotten path may be the dream of one or many. The potential impact is on everyone. Can you bear the weight of such a change?
It needs to be done. I'll do it.
Even if the annals of history will unfavorably remember you as the one to bring ruin to all.
Well, you see, I'm really old. Uh, you know what? I've lived my life.
Oh, sweet child, you were but an infant when I was already an ancient. Speak not of age to me. But she has a glowing smile as she says this. The doors open behind you as you watch as she swirls in the air and vanishes in a cloud of dust, and the butterfly ornament above the throne returns.
I'll bow and leave.
You clamber back onto your bed. Your new 2 pieces of the ancient staff. What was the name?
I was on my other notes on the computer.
Oh, have you lost all of them?
Yeah.
Oops.
Oh no. Gonna have to listen back to the VOD then, aren't we? Your homework for next session is to tell me the name of the artifact that you now carry. Okay then. And so you sleep well. All of you can now mark off a long rest.
Yay.
Is there anybody else who would add a point of sanity to their character?
Yeah.
Or more. You could throw 5, 10 on there if you wanted, but I'm not going to force you to.
Lothar wasn't
All
really
things,
around for enough of the fight.
Fair enough.
all things considering, it went pretty well by the end of it. So if somebody would have died and stuff, then definitely. But we managed to
Oh, many
make
people
it.
died. Just no one that you
Well,
cared for.
yeah, nobody from our troop. You're right, but still.
The things that would get to
Found it.
Lothar sanity-wise would be personal tragedies that he'd have to witness.
Mhm,
Personal
mhm.
failures. He's used to the battlefield. He's used to the chaos. He's been in there in the thick of it enough so it's almost in his reflex how he reacts without thinking. But failing to save someone, seeing a child die,
Mhm.
that's the kind of stuff that gets to him.
Okay.
Half a city dies. Ariel doesn't care. Single displacer beast.
Fun.
The throwback.
Called out.
The throwback. But Ariel gets to
I
say,
guess.
but we're at war!
Yeah, I
The
guess.
Go on, Voldres.
irony.
It was the staff of Edu.
It was the staff of Azus, but that's not what you called it. You
Well,
granted this
that's what
artifact a new name.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was something like Lightbringer or Justice Bringer. I'm not quite sure what it was. I think it was Lightbringer.
Or Light Hope.
Wasn't Light's Hope. I'd have remembered that, but I think it's Lightbringer. But I want you to
I'll go back
scour
then.
through the VODs and find it for me, sir.
That's deciding what episode that was. Damn, I would have listened to them all.
You got some listening to do. Long rest, all of you. I will say most of you, probably aside from Solothar, don't turn in early for the breakfast. you sort of take a few extra hours on the rest. However, each of you who do choose to do so are greeted with an awkward delegation of Councilman Derethor, 2 of the recognizable guards of the Grove Wardens, who are awkwardly waiting for you as they mention, as just a polite reminder that we're waiting on you to head on to war. So, Torbrun, as you do wake up, you find sat at the base of your bed your knapsack and your trusty rifle. And after a thorough investigation, nothing missing apart from whatever meats you were containing seem to have been removed from your pack.
I assume my armor is missing.
Anything that you were wearing at the time you were abducted has been returned.
Oh. Magic.
Yeah, the fact that Ariel
Not
picked
bad.
them
Not
up.
not. Ariel picked up what she could, and the
Yeah.
armaments that were stripped of you when you were arrested, that's what Varish was going off and doing. After he had a few communications back and forth, he went back up the tower to get them for you.
I appreciate it. Even after killing
You can
a
thank
displacer beast.
the wizard afterwards. So, you are restored back to your character sheet. As trumpets announce the doors opening, as your troop head on out to the outsides of this courtyard, and you see mustered before you all. This courtyard that previously had an influx of refugees days before, the bustling marketplaces and the denizens' free flow. You now see before you minotaurs, centaurs, fey beings of all denizenship and houses, standing side by side, united for one cause. Small frog peoples, flying fairies, squadrons in formation above, pixies, as a tall, lumbering ancient rests over them all as he spreads his roots wide, standing as still as a tree can be in this courtyard. The Fairy Queen turns. All of you today have gathered. Many of you will be forfeiting your lives on this day so that others may survive. Your names will never be forgotten, your legacy remembered. You not fight today for justice, you not fight today for yourselves, you not fight today for me, you fight today for each other, so that there be a tomorrow for this realm. This troop that stands before you, she gestures a hand in your direction and that of the lunar children who are sat. Some Havoc is there cockily slanted up on the side, and a few others are stood to attention as best they can, clearly not used to such a ceremonial display. As Zivdar gives a low bow. These are the individuals you are buying time to. Should you see them on the battlefield, you give them everything you can to help and assist them. Your commanding officers will give you your orders upon arrival. Make haste. Strike true. And this war will be over in but a day. I give you all my blessing now. I believe you've never seen this before, but you're aware that rumor has it, whenever the Fairy Queen uses some of her great magics, she's imparting a little bit of herself. You watch as her form shrinks to but 10%, and she goes from of a fairy, almost like a small child with wings, down to but the size of a pixie. Everybody present gains 26 temporary hit points. You have advantage on dexterity saving throws. You have immunity against nature damage. And you all temporarily gain the ability to speak with animals. This is persistent until your next long rest. As the Fairy Queen's blessing lingers on all of you. Just a note, doesn't stack with any other temporary hit points.
Yeah, obviously.
And you watch as Councilman Derathor, seemingly anticipating this, steps forward behind as you watch as, to your concern, as you can see as you're on the steps with her, the Fairy Queen's body slumps, not lifeless, but unconscious, to the steps behind as he blocks this from view. As he stands and presents the blessings bestowed, know this. The dragonkin of the slumbered one fly with you this day. Our brood will watch your skies and keep them clear. And with that, there is a great roar as that clearly resonates out. As you watch, as from the room behind you, the feminine elven figure steps out. As you watch as her dainty elven form reveals two large green and silvery white dragon scaled wings as she slowly walks down and walks towards the tree. Standing before you to fill this courtyard, there is some 5,000 to 6,000 individuals in this space. As this individual walks, you can hear immediately calls of command, instructions, as the formation about turns, and as the treant stands there, the watcher. He runs a line down his torso, down to his feet, as you watch as he spreads himself open, as a portal opens beneath him as he casts teleport via plants. As you watch, as at a rapid pace, the elven lady transforms from a run into a sprint, and as she touches the portal, transforms into a dragon and soars through on the other side, to which you can see immediately the army begins pouring through. This takes a few minutes for everybody to get through, by the way, so what is it that everyone's doing in this downtime?
Lothar is going to approach the mercenary company we've been fighting with, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And
It does that.
so we're going for a headlong assault.
Well, that's what they're doing. They're buying us time.
It's going to be messy. Really messy.
We've had a tip. Council of the Dust Watchers are going to be in a specific room in Niflheim. We're dropping in hot. When you're
Taking them
ready.
alive or dead.
We put an end to this war today. That is our instructions.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So I guess we'll see you on the other side then.
He looks over his shoulder, Vash, who you realize has already drawn a circle around and is sort of awkwardly holding like a spell as he's beginning to shiver. As he's probably been holding this for quite a while, waiting for all of you to materialize. And he says, I can take 12. Sorry, 14. I can take 14. I can take 14.
Is that all of us?
That should be the 4 of you, the 7 of them. Actually, is it 7 of them? Let me just check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 6 of them.
Leaves 4.
So that's 10, and you can take 4 more. Calcium Derathor looks at you.
No.
His hands, he's giving you the like, my hands are tied. Like, he wants to come with you, but he's like,
No, don't.
you watch as his green wings
You
unfurl and he
already,
begins walking down the
you
steps.
already risked so much.
You don't send your high command with the spearhead in, Councilman.
Oh, I'm not the high command. As he looks anxiously back, as you see 2 of the Grove Wardens have issued the
No, but you're
unconscious
part.
body of the Fairy Queen back into.
No, but you're
halls.
part of this. You're part of the staff. We're expendable. You're not.
Oh,
If this
speak for
fails,
yourself.
A small hooded figure who stepped forward in the throne room, about 3 foot high, approaches you all. Says, "I believe my services may be suitable for your endeavors."
Oh. Do we recognize him? Did he show up any that other time?
You failed the roll last time, and I will honor that. As
Okay.
he throws back his hood, a frog person stands before you, but 3 foot tall. Large, bulbous eyes blinking, looking in your direction as you watch as a long tongue comes up and licks one of them clean as he refreshes. And he pulls out a small set of monocles, one on each eye, as it sticks to his lens of his eye. I can see you all now. My spawn are part of the attack. However, I feel I may be more use with you lot, if you'll take me.
And what does
extra
a
hand can't
frog
hurt.
bring to the table?
My name is King Hopolith Lotimus.
You know what? No.
And you will address me as such.
Of course.
I'm gonna call you Hoppy, okay?
My apologies, King. Skibbity Hop.
Okay, I'm being funny. You're just being rude now.
Oh, Torvin is me. I'm fighting someone else's war at this point.
He says, "Trust me, my ichor and my spawn leave a permanent mark, and we too are but denizens of this realm, and we will rise to the call of the Fairy Queen. I believe a sticky situation is what you will find yourself in, and that is my forte."
Sounds good.
All the hands we can get. The
He
more of us.
sort of puts his awkward, frog-like 3-fingered hands up and says, "I have other assets."
I guess we'll have to make do with those 6 fingers.
I'll just gently move over to where Darethol is, and I'll ask
He's
him
walking
if
down the
he...
steps. You can catch up to him if you want.
Yeah, I want to catch up to him, and I just want to ask him if he knows anything that might ward me against yeah, messages that I don't want to get or scrying.
Ooh. Yes, but now might not be the time.
Sure. As soon as possible, though, because
There are spells, dispel magic, detect magic would help.
okay.
In fact, I believe the one with the one who's waiting for you with the hand awkwardly holding this portal. I believe he might be able to help you.
Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, I'll ask him. Thank you.
And he grabs you by the hand as you turn back. He stops you. Says, "I know you've never been mine, but no, I've seen you as a daughter your whole life. And please trust me when I say this to you now. It has been my honor."
Oh, she's gonna hug him.
As a councilman does, like awkwardly, like
Yeah.
accepts the hug afterwards and says, "Right, there's quite a lot of people watching. We should probably
That's
not
fine.
do this.
Yeah, okay.
I'll see you on the other side." As he too turns and sprints down, and as he hits the portal, and several people duck as he goes through, spreads his wings and takes into his dragon form.
Mhm.
And you can already see dragon breath being roared down onto the plain on the battlefields on the other side as this treant is holding himself open, though he's clearly fighting to keep the portals open. The last, say, 1,000 troops are waiting to get through here, as Varish screams back and says, My lady, wait, we really need to
Yeah,
go.
yes. She'll run over to the portal he's holding.
And as you step in, he clicks his fingers and you're vanished off. Who here would like to make the spell cast on the teleportation?
Hell yeah.
The DC is 75, and you are adding 20 to the roll.
Oh my god.
T100, let's go.
What do you roll? A 1D?
That just makes it.
No, DC was
No, it doesn't.
75, and
You said
then
plus
70.
25. Oh,
It's a plus
yeah.
20.
Oh, plus 20 to
Yeah.
71.
71 in
Yeah.
total. Let me look through these.
Mhm.
So the good news is you sort of arrive at your destination.
Sort.
The bad news is it's sort of. I need you all to make a dexterity saving throw. The DC is 14. On a fail, you don't make the portal jump.
Oh my god.
You have a +3
Yeah.
from Salofar.
Don't we
And
have
we
advantage as
also
well?
have the
Yes,
advantage.
we have advantage from the speech.
The advantage on dex
Okay.
saves because of the Preen's
Well,
plume.
Oh,
Oh.
wow.
Oh god.
Ariel, 17 total. Salofar, 22
It's
total.
21 total because
Oh,
you
sorry,
have
it's 21 for you.
advantage.
Yes, advantage.
Yeah.
I mean, Salofar's advantage, but he's made it. Voldreth, that's a 6 total. And Torvin, that's a 27. You succeed. Voldreth, as the portal spins up, you feel yourself being pulled as the staff, seemingly having a mind of its own, is ushering you in a different direction to that of this portal spell. And as you but think, your mind wanders for but a second on the conversation of that image of that war scene that you've seen before. And you feel a disconnect of the spell. The rest of you land in a cold, dark room, lightless in source. Immediately, Havoc, his eyes flare and a candle emits in his hand as dancing lights surround in red orbs. You watch as he takes an aggressive stance, flame kindling in both of his palms. Zivdar, forearms immediately, there's no holding back today, straight to it. The barbarian immediately grows in size to 20 feet tall and bangs his head on the ceiling. You look around as the light illuminates, as you have an awkward orc bent over at 90 degrees like this. That was maybe a bit ahead of the curve. As you find yourselves in a storeroom, Voldreth,
Okay.
the room is cold. The silence broken by a gasp, followed by unsheathing of weapons, the standing and moving of chairs. As your eyes give your senses, the low blue light in this room shows to you a sight to behold. One that you would have hoped would have been better. These are not your companions. There is a goat-like individual, goat bottom half, humanoid torso, with goat-like horns, like a fawn, standing with a sword and shield. There is a corrupt-looking hag with a gnarled finger pointing in your direction. As you look around, there's probably a dozen individuals in this room, all a cacophony of fey beings and denizens, or monstrosities to those not familiar of the realm. And then a voice that says, well, well, well. Look who's dropped in early. As we'll end tonight's session there.